Imagine if you had to pick up this 400-pound concrete stone. Now try and imagine that you had to pick up this stone in a competition against someone who looked like this, or someone who looked like this. Pretty intimidating, huh? Well, I know that feeling all too well. I compete in strongman competitions. These competitions are a chance for men to demonstrate their strength. They come in many different forms and are held all over the United States. I competed in my first competition in February of 2011. Learning how to compete in these competitions has not been easy. It's been a long, hard road. I've had to do more than just learn how to use a piece of equipment like this, or learn how to lift something like this. I've had to get a miniature anatomy lesson so I know what muscles to train and how to train them. I've had to learn how to use proper equipment. I've had to learn what to eat. I've had to record everything that I eat on a daily basis. I've spent hours looking at walls of supplements at the stores trying to find out which one are right. With the wealth of information out there, it's easy to feel a little bit like this every once in a while. But luckily, I've not been alone. There have been many agents in place to help me learn this along the way. Bodybuilding.com, for instance, has been a great source of information for me. I've recently begun this 12-week program. This program comes complete with a diet plan, tips for preparing your food, already prepared workout routines, and even your own personal training. First time I walked into a gym, I felt like a fish out of water. There was so much going on in the place, and everybody seemed to know what they were doing. Everybody but me, that is. But one thing was for sure, if I was going to compete in these competitions, I was going to have to figure it out fast. After about a month of spinning my wheels and not knowing exactly what I was supposed to be doing, I started paying attention to the guys in the gym. You know, the guys that were there regular, the guys that were lifting large amounts of weight. After I felt comfortable, I began to approach these guys. I had many questions and needed answers to, like, what exercises should I do? How exactly should I do them? And how often should I work out? Do they have any tips or advice? Some of these guys instantly took me under their wing. They started showing me the proper way to do these things. They shared with me what worked and what didn't work for them. But more than that, they provided me with a way to measure my progress. They set the standard. And only with their approval would I ever be considered one of them. Under their tutelage, I began to train for my next competition. This is where the men get separated from the boys. So I trained really hard. But believe me, nothing can prepare you for picking up a 700-pound yoke around your neck, or carrying a 400-pound sandbag. And when your competition shows up and they look like they could be stunt doubles for Arnold Schwarzenegger, you start to question your ability. But everyone there was surprisingly supportive, and while it was a competition, not once did I feel like I was competing against anyone, only myself. Every day I feel more confident in my ability. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I know exactly how to do it. I make slight improvements to my plan every day, and although I know I have a lot to learn, and many questions to ask, I am not alone. The world is full of people that have walked before me.